So emotions are important because they're what give us life and energy. There's actually a good reason we evolved to have emotion, which most people don't think. They think of emotion as just like these weird symptoms, like why do we have them kind of thing. But so emotions drive and motivate healthy behaviors. So for instance, sadness. If you had something really hard happen to you, a drought or something that's going to be a challenge. For you to feel something about that, one will motivate you to do something. It's like it means you care. You care about, oh, this is not where my life is wanting to be. I don't like it. If we were robots, we wouldn't do anything good for ourselves. But it also has sort of the social element. Whereas if we're sad and our face falls, and maybe even we have tears, it's like this real concrete thing. Somebody else can see it. And it'll stimulate sort of the complementary feeling in them of care and compassion and wanting to come close and hold you. And so they come close, we tell them what's going on. It feels good to do that because it's good for our survival. We both like it. And it's bonding, and it's like, okay, now we're side by side to face the challenge together, which is much more adaptive than no one knowing what's going on and what matters to who, and being kind of floating away from each other. So feelings can be very about connection to ourself, our needs, other people's needs. Even anger, which seems sort of antisocial, is also really important because we couldn't be with other people if we didn't have a way to assert our boundaries. It's like it gives us energy to be able to kind of be clear and say no when we need to. Certainly if someone's really being a negative, attacking us, it gives us energy to fight, literally fight them and defend ourselves physically. But I like working with anger a lot, but anger, when it's resolved and it can just leave, when we've processed it, it gives us all this energy to do something that's positive. So really all the feelings are about fueling a positive action. But again, it's where we don't know how to let ourselves really have the feeling, and then it kind of move through, that it becomes an issue because then they become really chronic or shut down. Feelings are kind of like waves. They just kind of move through. We have the emotion, and whatever feeling it is, if we let it and we support it in moving through, it'll take us somewhere that feels better. So that's why I say they have us, even though I kind of wanted to take that back because we really want to be grounded and present and not in the overwhelmed and just in the drowning in the emotion. That's not what we want. But we also want to kind of trust the process that feelings have. They're often pretty short, actually, if we really put our attention on them. Maybe it's just a few minutes or an hour, depending on what, but it just kind of moves through in a real natural, nice way, and then takes us somewhere that feels better. And people don't trust that because they never really kind of show up for the process, but they see it really quickly, usually in the first session of working with me. It's like, okay, look, but if we really slow down with it and, just attend to it just a little bit, give a little attention and hear it out. It's like it'll come and then it kind of softens pretty quickly often if we give it some care. And then they're like, oh my God, I feel so much better. And they never knew that was even possible. So it's an important part of the work.